Hogwarts Legacy. Now, obviously, this again has caused massive controversy because it's been completely boycotted and failed quite spectacularly. Oh, wait, no, it hasn't. But again, there's people on Twitter who seem to think that the way out of this situation is to scream as loud as they possibly can to get attention, and then that will solve the situation, much like a toddler does. But all they seem to do with this, again, whether this is a clever marketing ploy, we don't know. But, Hogwarts has become one of the biggest games ever to come out in the last, couple of years. Just because of this not just because of this boycott, but I mean, obviously there's a huge fan base, but a lot of people have been going out and buying it just out of spite.
Yeah. I just find it fascinating that this is where it's kind of emblematic of their whole mindset. It's so tribal and so othering. There are probably various things that they should probably figure out that they could probably do more good with if they had a principle. I think this comes back to it's got to be a principle, but to them it's just picking enemies. Right now, J.K. Rowling in their mind is the biggest enemy to everything that is whatever it is that they believe. This trans nonsense, trans maniacs, I call them, and they are not. I mean, JK is probably their biggest supporter in a lot of ways. I mean, she is completely woke, leftist, progressive on just about everything. And the only place she finally drew the line is, but men are men and women are women, and that's a biological thing. And they can't handle that. They just have lost their mind.
The Last Movie Outpost does not agree with that statement because you can be whatever you want to be. Just not get us in trouble and get us cancelled.
Yeah. We already go yellow on our monetization thing.
Yeah. Last week, yeah.
As soon as you say J.K. Rowling, that's what happens. I think that's what happens. But, yeah, I mean, I'm like going, okay, well, this is the hill you want to die on because it's more important to you to hurt J.K. Rowling than it is to fight for any principle. Well, the problem is that the normies like Harry Potter. My daughter, who was not a gamer, we gave her, my son and I split it. We bought her an Xbox so she could play Hogwarts Legacy.
Right.
That's how much, I mean, to her, Harry Potter is like Star Wars to you and me. And she's not alone. So going after Harry Potter was a losing battle. And
from the start.
And they really exposed themselves as the lunatics. So I mean, I guess I chalk this up as a win, but I mean, some of the things they were saying is like, if you play Harry Potter, trans people will die. I'm like, how?
Well, I mean, technically, they probably have a point that they would, but it would have nothing to do with the fact of anybody playing Harry Potter. You know, in the whole Sylvia Plath type of way, that, we're all dying, and some people might die, but millions of kids in Africa will probably go hungry tonight. But again, it's got nothing to do with Harry Potter.
No, I mean, that, people were seeing their lunatic stuff. It's like, if you play this, you're contributing to violence against, like, how this guy sitting, look, if anything, you're getting array for the violence because guys are just sitting there looking at their damn screens, they're not running around the streets causing problems.
Recreating GTA.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, we have such a weak group. It's like, I can't believe we're losing these people sometimes because they are so weak in the head. They can't handle any criticism. They have no ability to self-reflect. And so when this happened, they cannot handle it. They are just, their brains broke when they saw the sales on that Harry Potter game. They can't figure out that there is a world beyond their sexual fetishes.
I think I saw a meme recently. Well, a meme. It was a video of somewhere. It was in Walmart or somewhere, weirdly. But a chap had stopped a lady pushing in front of him with a trolley. That's all that had happened. He was in a queue and a lady pushed in, and I think he politely said to her, "Excuse me, you've just pushed in." This woman then went on this absolute tirade about how this man was upsetting her, and she was literally screaming like a toddler until the employees took the man. Yeah, but the employees took the man away because obviously they just wanted this woman to shut up. And I thought to myself, so this is the world that we're living in now. That it just if you just scream louder, because my answer to that would have been to scream even louder than the woman, because I probably could have done that, but I'm not a child. I'm a fully grown up adult, and if somebody does push in front of me, I might say something. But if they just sort of say, "Oh, I'm in a hurry," it's fine, carry on. But this woman was just, and I just thought, this is the next generation. This is what we're teaching them. That if anything upsets you in any way, shape or form, even when you're behaving like a complete arse, just scream and shout like a toddler until you get your way. Don't grow out of that.
Emotional incontinence is just rampant, and I've never seen. I just think about when I was, even when I was a kid, but even when I was in my 20s in the 90s, nobody would have put up with that.
No.
I don't know why we do now. I don't understand it. I mean, this is not long term. This is just like, okay, I guess we'll hand the world to China. They're laughing at us.
Yeah, it is a shame that we're living in a society like that. And like I say, it's kind of, I was thinking to myself the other day how it's weird. I've never seen a Karen in real life. And not that I want to, but at the same time, it is kind of like it would just be fascinating to see that kind of meltdown by somebody. Just to sort of like, oh, well, I never thought I'd see one in real life. This is, wow. On the phone.
That's an interesting point. I mean, you get on YouTube or Twitter sinkholes and you end up seeing compilations of all this stuff, right? But, you're talking like 10 in a video, 10 Karens in a video, which just seems like a lot. But then you think of how many people are out there and how many interactions happen on a daily basis, compounded orders of magnitude. And it's like, and you got 10, that's nothing. And you don't see it in your real life. It's like I'm addicted to those dash cam videos. I just love watching crazy wrecks. And
glad that's not me.
Get my road rage out at home, But I drive daily. Or I used to anyway, but enough, and it's like I just don't. Occasionally, somebody might slow down a little bit or cut, but nobody brake checks me. None of this stuff happens. Yeah, it's just when it does, everybody has a dash cam now, so they film it and whatever. But so is it exaggerated because of the internet? Is the internet breaking our brains? Maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I say, it's. I mean, not that this is the same story, but we've got dogs over here called English Bull Terriers. And, one dog kills... Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And one dog kills a kid because he's been raised by a complete arse of a person who's taught it to do that. And then all bulldogs are completely horrible, terrible creatures. And, I mean, I've known a bulldog and it was so chilled out, it was almost a cat. But like you say, the media plays up on this one event. And so everybody thinks, oh, they're evil, hideous dogs and don't ever go near them and everything else. But that's not the case with them. It's just one example that's been amplified by the media and that kind of thing, which is, one of those things you just can't help because the media will just latch onto these stories and blow them all out of proportion.
Gotta get the clicks, man. Gotta get the clicks.
Like what we do. But we do it subtly.
Well, this gets back to what I said with the doll books, right? The media and the corporations and whoever owns all these IPs and everything, they will do anything. They will do whatever underhanded thing they can do to get us freaking out and mad at each other because whether you're against it or for it, you get the clicks. And if you get the clicks, you're making money. And people are going to buy the books because of this.
Yep.
And, I feel like, we're just playing into their hands, aren't we?
It is weird, isn't it? It's weird. Somebody said it's weird how a generation of such snowflakes that are the same people that were raised on things like Family Guy and South Park.
I mean, obviously it varies from family to family. I know a lot of younger kids, my kids, my stepkids, they don't buy into any of this stuff. So I don't know. Well, we'll see. Thank you for watching this excerpt from Outpost Frequencies. Tune in live every Sunday at noon Central Time or 6 o'clock UK time. And also, remember to come to lastmovieoutpost.com for all your latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything cool about film. We are the cool news now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.